Hey guys, welcome back to another vlog. So today we are doing a very special vlog. I am such a huge Gilmore Girls fan. Let me tell you. For like the better part of 5 or 6 years after high school, after middle school, I used to run on home, and I'm so sorry for the sound. It's the radiator, by the way. Oh, this is so frustrating. I was like, let me plop the camera down and quickly record since there ain't no heat, which I appreciate, of course. But yeah, it's like my little airplane. You know how actors always like are looking up to the sky for helicopters and airplanes. Like, really? Like, yeah, people have to fly. Sorry if this cuts into your cushy acting job. Oh my God. But I get it though. It's like, you're ruining my scene. You're ruining the flow. You better not be here. You gots to go. Yeah, so I absolutely love Gilmore Girls, you guys. That's my show. So for the better part of 5 or 6 years during high school and middle school, I used to just run on home from the school bus or after my bike ride, or my parents would pick me up from school, and the programming would literally be 4:30. I used to watch ABC Family when it used to be ABC Family. Now I think it's called Freeform. I don't know if it's still called Freeform. And at 4:30 they would be playing Full House. And then at 5 o'clock, it was 1 hour, 5 to 6, 1 hour of Gilmore Girls. So you have no idea. I just watched Gilmore Girls over, and they would do this for years, just at 5 o'clock p.m. after school. Like, what a great way to start up, the afternoon. That's my phone ringing. Okay, so I answered that phone call. Yeah, so, I just was, like, spending so much of my time watching Gilmore Girls for years with my sister. She talks about her sister every time, every video. Oh, my God. Yeah, and it is just, oh, my God, it was just so funny and sweet and just awesome. But the one thing that I can say that has been, like, the evolution of the show, or the evolution of a character that has just gone so sour. Like, ma'am, you need help. It's Miss Gilmore, Miss Rory Gilmore. She used to be one of my favorite characters, and then towards the very end of the original series, she became one of my least favorite characters. And then for the revival, I think I actually hated her. So it's like, what is going on? They really should rewrite her standing, her moral grounds are like flip-floppity. She's like all over the place. She's not the Rory that we used to know. So that's like a sour part of it. But oh my goodness. Yeah, so basically for this reading vlog, we are going to be doing a few Gilmore Girls-esque things. I'm going to watch a very classic and fun episode of Gilmore Girls. I don't know which one yet. We're going to make some food, you guys. I ordered a cookbook, and it actually is here right now. I'm gonna open up the box. It's around here somewhere. And we're gonna take a look into the cookbook to see what recipes we want to do. Go to the store, grab some things, of course. What else? Oh yeah, I said we're gonna watch TV, we're gonna cook, and we're going to read. Oh, right. We're gonna read. I thought this was hilarious because I wanted to do a Gilmore Girls vlog a little while ago, but I didn't get a chance to. So I was like, it's snowing out there, or it's snowy. It's kind of stopped right now, but it could start up anytime. And I was like, I want to do Gilmore Girls. It's a fall and winter and summery type of show. Not so much spring. You feel me? It's especially fall. But anyway, I bought this book for February because I wanted to read it for February. And then I was like, I want to do a Gilmore Girls vlog. And then when I went to go look at Rory's reading list, which is like all over the internet, you can find out BuzzFeed, Goodreads, or any, fan site or anything like that. Yeah, I looked at it. I was like, oh my gosh, I just got this book. So why not just plop that book that I just purchased into my reading vlog anyway, because that's one of the books that Rory did read. And it was at the very top. And that would be The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. Oh my goodness. Tom Sawyer's Comrade by Mark Twain. So an American classic, a great novel apparently. It's smells good. It's brand new. It's brand spanking new. So yeah, this was one that I really wanted to tackle for February, and I'm like, okay, let's just plop it into the Gilmore Girls reading vlog. So we're just going to concentrate on this one book for this video. I hope to be done by the end of this video, because it's not like I'm trying to have Huck Finn be placed with other content or other footage or whatnot. So we're trying to just do this one book. I cannot wait to read this. I just feel like, of course, I've heard about this for years, since I was a kid, but I have no clue what this is. It's kind of left like a weird connotation, I guess, a bad feeling, or just an inappropriateness because of that movie Easy A. So it's like, for years is it Easy A? I think it might have been Easy A. I think it was. But yeah, there was a movie out there that was like giving a weird, inappropriate thing about Tom Sawyer and I think Huckleberry Finn. So I just don't quite know. I think it might have been Easy A, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I was like, this is crazy, you know? So yeah, we're reading Huckleberry Finn. It is supposedly one of the grades. It's a classic, and that's another thing that I can check off once we get towards December of 2020. What year is it again? Yeah, you know what I'm saying. 2022. So it looks like it's going to be really simple and easy to read. I don't know if this is considered a children's book, but there are some illustrations throughout the novel here. They're like little dainty darling illustrations. So yeah, I'm so excited to get into that. So Huckleberry Finn is something that we're going to be doing. Now let's go ahead and open that package. It's so crazy. I started ripping open into this and I was like, oh, having difficulty, and there was a knife right there. It's awesome. Surgical cut. Okay. Ah ha ha ha. This is so exciting and heavy. Oh, so this is a set. Okay, so I did pick correctly. I think I chose wisely. This is it, you guys. The Eat Like a Gilmore book. Hope y'all can see that. Brand new copy. Quite inexpensive. So one of them says Eat Like a Gilmore, Daily Cravings, and the other one just says Eat Like a Gilmore. So yeah, I'm so excited about this. I don't know what dish I should do. Maybe a classic diner Luke's inspired meal, or maybe something sweet. I don't know. Those girls ate so much junk food. You guys already know. That's what we're gonna find in this book. Comfort. I was gonna say Southern, but they're in Connecticut, aren't they? Comfort and fattening and delicious food. Yet their figures are still like. So yes, so happy I have this. Let's get into it. I'd like to read to you guys the very first page. I usually do that in a lot of the books that I've done. Metahumans, that was last month. I did that with Green Lights. I do it with quite a few books. So let's go ahead and do that for this one here. The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, Chapter 1. You don't know about me without you have... What's going on? What's going on? Is this supposed to be... part of the dialect and the phonetic, the bad grammar? Is this like a Flowers for Algernon thing going on here? I was like, is something going, am I stroking out? Oh, you guys. So it says, you don't know about me without you have read a book by the name of The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. But that ain't no matter. So wait a second. Oh no. Is Tom Sawyer's book before? Is there such a book? The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. People are like, yes, you idiot. Idiot. So, is this the second book? Am I going out of order? I don't care. I'm going to read this because I have it, but dang. Uh-oh. Oh, it looks like there is a book. I thought so, yeah. I think I have like a children's book actually back there with that. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, I'm back. I calmed down. Okay, so you don't know about me without you have read a book by the name of The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. But that ain't no matter. That book was made by Mr. Mark Twain, and he told the truth, mainly. There was things which he stretched, but mainly he told the truth. That is nothing. I never seen anybody but lied one time or another without it was Aunt Polly, or the widow, or maybe Mary. Aunt Polly, Tom's Aunt Polly, she is, and Mary, and the widow, Douglas, is all told about in that book, which is mostly a true book. with some stretchers, as I said before. Now, the way that the book winds up is this. Tom and me found the money that the robbers hid in the cave, and it made us rich. We got $6,000 apiece, all gold. It was an awful sight of money when it was piled up. Well, Judge Thatcher, he took it and put it out at interest, and it fetched us $1 a day apiece all the year round. More than a body could tell what to do with. The widow Douglas, she took me for her son, and allowed she would civilize me. Ooh, and civilize is spelled with an S, not a C. But it was rough living in the house all the time, considering how disnormal, regular and decent the widow was in all her ways. And so when I couldn't stand it no longer, I lit out. I got into my old rags and my sugar's hogshead again, and was freed and satisfied. But Tom Sawyer, he hunted me up and said he was going to start a band of robbers, and I might join if I would go back to the widow and be respectful. So I went back. Oh, that's gonna be hard, you guys, to read for me. Books that are driven that way. Hagrid's speech. I know in Their Eyes Were Watching God, there's that kind of writing style, and obviously in Mark Twain's Huckleberry Finn, the style is prevalent here too. So it's gonna be something to get used to. I know it's only the first page, but we're gonna have to start our engines a little bit with that.
Days seem sometimes as if they'll never end. Sun takes its heels to taunt you, but after sunlit days, one thing stays the same. Rises the moon. Days fade into a watercolor blur. Memories swim and haunt you, but look into the lake, shimmering like smoke. Rises the moon. Oh, close your weary eyes. I promise you that soon the autumn comes to die.
This is a little alarming. This little section that I have here. It says, I just opened up the book, this is my first time reading this, of course. It says, notice, persons attempting to find a motive in this narrative will be prosecuted. Persons attempting to find a moral in it will be banished. Persons attempting to find a plot in it will be shot. Hold up. Hey. By order of the author.
Tread the water, child, and know that meanwhile rises the moon. Days pull you up just like a daffodil, uprooted from its garden. They'll tell you what you owe, but no, even so rises the moon. Visited by sleep. I promise you that soon the autumn comes to steal away each dream you keep. Breathe, breathe, breathe.
It's as if the reader knows that I'm coming to sit here. But yes, a quick reading update with Huckleberry Finn. I am about a fourth of the way through. I'm on chapter 9, and yeah, so far so good. I'm trying to get used to this kind of dialect and the accent and whatnot. So, I'm having a little bit of a tough time going through it that way because it's, it's meant to be supposed to be like regional and whatnot. So yeah, I like the story so far. We meet Huckleberry Finn, who's our narrator. He is the one who kind of introduces us to all of the scenery and the characters and whatnot. He's like a very fun, adventurous young kid. I believe he is a white, poor boy, so you can tell that he's a little bit out of touch with like civilized society. They also explain that at the very beginning, you don't necessarily have to know Mark Twain's The Adventures of Tom Sawyer So I was like, oh, thank God. Because I was like, oh my gosh, is this a sequel? Because basically, Huck kind of explains that you might have heard of me from, you know, the Mark Twain's The Adventure of Tom Sawyer. I'm like, oh great, this is like a sequel. But it kind of is explained that you don't necessarily have to read that book to understand what's going on here. Yeah, it's very clear that it is racist times. They're throwing the N-word, you know, freely all over the story. Yeah, I think the N-word appears like well over 100 times in the story. So it is quite excessive, but I could see how it could, you know, probably try to force a message out that this is what it was. This is reality, and this is the way certain people are being treated. Yeah, Huck questions everything. He doesn't lie. He doesn't seem to necessarily lie. He's like a truth teller, which is really cool. What else? Oh yes, we are introduced to his father, who is his father is quite rambunctious, to say the least. He is very, I don't know, I don't like him. He's an alcoholic, very abusive, and just a little bit brash and rough. So I don't particularly like that. It looks like Huck has escaped off to this island with this slave named Jim, and that's pretty much where I'm at. Just wanted to give you guys that little update. I kind of find it really funny. Like, I'm trying to imagine somebody like Rory Gilmore reading this book, so that's really interesting. So we're gonna open this up. It's perfectly sealed, and hey, can you see me? Can you see us? Got a nice little scissor here. Ooh, so exciting. Okay, put that aside. Ooh. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. It smells like, you know, manufactured books. So these are the books. These are the books. Eat Like a Gilmore, Daily Cravings, an unofficial cookbook for fans of Gilmore Girls with 100 new recipes. Christy Carlson Romano. That's not her last name. It's just Christy Carlson. And then this is the first one, I believe. Yeah, Eat Like a Gilmore. It doesn't say 100 more. So I think we'll take a look at this one, because I feel like this is probably the truest, like, original iteration of what the Gilmore Girls could possibly be eating, or what might be found in the episode. So we'll go with the original book to see if we can find the most passionate and most the arduous work that truly went into the first book. I feel like people get lazy, and I'm not saying that she is. I'm just saying usually the first season is always the best. Usually the first season is like, huh. And that's what it is. Oh my God, look how beautiful. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm opening up. Oh, her grandma Lottie. Oh my God, it's so pretty. It is so pretty and colorful. So there's cocktails, mocktails, and other assorted beverages, pancakes, French toast, omelets and cereals, muffins, rolls, breads and scones, soups, sauces and butters, burgers and sandwiches, pasta and rice dishes,
lions and tigers and bears,
appetizers and side dishes, meat, seafood, and main dishes, cookies, cakes, and ice cream. Let's look into the meat, seafood, and main dishes. Have you got any meat?
Have you got any meat?
Okay, page 179. Flippity flip flip. It's so beautiful. This book is beautiful. Like, it's in Technicolor. Who says Technicolor anymore? But it is so nice. Oh my gosh. So we'll take a look at this in just a second. I'll be back. Okay, so we were looking at meats, seafood, and main dishes. So I'm trying to find something that I possibly could have in the fridge. So there's something here called pot roast. I don't think I've really ever had a pot roast like that before. I'm trying to see if there's like the majority of what I have. It looks like I do have a lot of the stuff except for the chuck roast, which is the kind of like the cut meat, but I don't know if I want to undertake something like that. So it's kind of cute. And at the very top of the recipe, there's somewhat of an anecdote there at the very top that talks about, I guess, maybe not really specifically what episode of Gilmore Girls the dish is in, but let's see here. For example, the pot roast. But maybe it's just like, you know, the scene or whatnot. So pot roast is a quintessentially welcoming family meal, isn't it? Not at the Gilmores. Pot roast is the meal Emily served for Rory, causing Rory to ask, am I dying? Rory was wise to look for an ulterior motive, but no, Rory wasn't dying. Rory was just being baited to join a conversation with the good Reverend Boatwright. Oh my goodness, I don't even remember that episode. Maybe it was when Rory was not talking to her mom, because it's like, I haven't heard anything about Lorelai. Oh, those days when she was not talking to her mom. I don't know if it was season 5-ish, maybe. Oh my God, I wanted to like kill her. Yeah, she's just getting into so much trouble. Anyway, she was being baited to join a conversation with the good Reverend Boatwright, who had been called in to interrogate her about her life with Logan. That's the power of the pot roast. Even Rory, wise to her grandmother's ways, suspicious she was being trapped, still sat down to dinner. Now you have the recipe. Use your power wisely. So that's kind of cool. Lamb chops. Yeah, she goes into different scenes. Yeah, suki, roast duck, beef jerky. I don't think so. Lobster, squab. That just sounds weird. High tea, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. That sounds just about my speed. I'm not saying that I don't know how to cook, but I just don't want to work right now too hard. Look at this. High tea, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Oh my gosh, you guys, we have to find something. Santa burgers, not the time. I love soup so much. So maybe we can, ooh, there's a chili recipe in here. I'm thinking about it. Chili is such an easy thing, so I may have the right ingredients for that. Oh my gosh. Okay, it says ground beef, which I don't usually have. I do turkey, a yellow onion, garlic cloves, chili powder, cumin, which could kill me. I don't know if I'm really allergic to that, but probably not, because like cumins and everything. But I'm quite allergic to a few things, or have bad adverse reactions to certain things. Dried oregano, ground cinnamon, kosher salt, black pepper, cayenne tomato sauce, water, sour cream, and cheddar cheese. Like a regular chili recipe. The one thing that I do put in my chili recipes though are like a spoon of sugar, maybe like brown sugar or something. It just gives it such like a different flavor. It's so good. Maybe we'll do some chili. What do you guys think? It's pretty cold actually still, so I think chili would be really nice. I hope that's okay with you guys. Oh my gosh, I haven't watched the show in a while. I'm so darn busy these days, but still, I think we'll do chili. Chili is on page 89. And just to give you that little excerpt at the top, it says chili has one purpose in the Gilmore foodosphere, chili fries. Well, if you count Lorelai's request for chili top Pringles, then make that 2 purposes. I don't remember when she said that. Help me. Somebody find me the season and episode and scene. Therefore, this chili isn't filled with chunks of tomato or a bunch of beans. No way. It's specifically designed to optimally complement French fries or Pringles. Heat a big scoop of this stuff onto a big pile of fries, top it with grated cheese, and wash it out with a nice hot cup of coffee in true Gilmore fashion. No way, Jose, we're doing that. I think we're gonna make some chili. Okay, guys, so we're gonna get ready to do this chili that we have here from the Gilmore Girls book. So we're gonna need some ground beef, a yellow onion, garlic, all of these different seasonings and spices, and herbs, I guess, tomato sauce, and some water and cheddar cheese and sour cream. We're also going to make a little bit of cornbread as well, because you know I just can't eat chili by itself like that. So it's so bad. I actually had a container of ground beef that I accidentally, I let it out to thaw. There goes those TH words again. That's not my best area for pronunciation. So yeah, I let it out and, to thaw out, and then I was so tired I forgot it, and then the next day I had to throw it away because, I'm not about to mess with unrefrigerated, produce and poultry and meats and whatnot. So, trying to be safe here, The worst part about it is inflation is no joke. So that was a little bit of a, I can afford it, but you can't afford it. It's not good to be wasteful like that. So that was unfortunate. Let's go into the kitchen.
I feel my heart gets cut. I think the light
this is how everything turned out. It was a feat, you guys. I was doing this like time crunched kind of thing, so I just quickly whipped it up, and the chili tastes pretty good. And yes, you did see me add brown sugar. How come you taste so good? Yes, dark brown sugar. I just learned that trick from a coworker years ago. She used to put like brown sugar in her chili. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. So I've been doing it ever since. And then the cornbread, it looks fully cooked as well. I haven't gotten into that quite yet, but yes, it's beautiful. And the other one, it looks darker on camera, but it's a beautiful golden brown. It was cooked to perfection. Okay, so it's time to watch our episode of Gilmore Girls. I'm not quite sure which one we're gonna do. I saw all over the book this particular one that just kept popping up over and over. They had like some of the staff write their favorite Gilmore Girls episodes. So where is it? I'm all out of sorts. There it is. You jump, I jump, Jack. Here's another one. You jump, I jump, Jack. And again, you jump, I jump, Jack. So I was like, let's quickly see which one that is, because I'm not quite sure, because it's been a minute since I've seen Gilmore Girls. Haha. Okay, so it's this episode. You jump, I jump, Jack. I'm actually not really fond of watching anything Logan related. I love Logan. His character is fun and all that, but just no. Especially after the revival, you guys, I can't even do it. We're gonna go to the earlier seasons where the show was a million times better. It always is. The first 3 seasons are what I like to say their best works. So let's see what we can find. I love the Copper Boom episode when they get ready to go to college, to Yale. So maybe we'll do that. I don't know. And I also love Rory's birthday when her mom, Emily, came and spent some time with the Stars Hollows folks. So I just don't know. Let's take a look to see what we find. Okay guys, I decided I'm going to do the road trip to Harvard. I absolutely love this episode. I love road trips. I love inns and motels and hotels. So I think that'll be just the ticket. And I just love when characters are away from the usual set in TV shows. So that's one of my favorites. If you're on the road again, you know, Willie Nelson style. I think it's Willie Nelson. That's my absolute favorite. So let's go ahead and pop that on. Thank you for that, because I can't have that on YouTube.
Without tunes. The sun is directly behind us. Never been in this car for any extended period of time without playing AC/DC. I have no idea which way it's going. I need my highway to hell. It's right up the windshield there. Nothing on the radio but top 40 and Christian rock. Well, there's an oxymoron for you. I need my tunes.
Stop complaining about the tunes.
Stop complaining about our whereabouts.
Well, my complaint is
Oh
legitimate.
gosh, they're so young, both of them. Nothing's wrong with aging, obviously, but you know, when you just pop back into the early seasons of a show, you're like, oh my gosh, Lou is that gaunt, skinny, youthful person. Oh my god, it's so cool. I'm like smiling ear to ear right now. So happy.
Man, yours is infantile.
Okay, you're right. No, country music. Oh, yes, country music. Must be my lucky day.
Nothing's wrong with country.
Figure out where we're going.
No, we don't.
Mom, the point of this is to be spontaneous.
To drive and land someplace we've never been and never expected to be. Sounds risky. Sounds exciting. Serendipity has never been.
Flows one direction, and fishes they follow the flow. But what if one tried to mention that there was much more to explore? Here I am, I have a plan, I'm living free, don't know where I'll land. dragonfly heard the message. Darkness was home for the star. It spread its wings to the surface.
Alrighty, so good morning. I've got myself a cup of joe over here. Of course, that's typical Gilmore Girls, and I just wanted to come in and close out this little reading vlog with you guys today. Yeah, I think I ended up putting way too much sugar inside of that coffee mixture, so not good. Oh, let me quickly show you too. This is my Initech mug that I got for Christmas. If you know the movie, you know it. It's so funny, and I love this. And I love the shape of it. This is like a quintessential classic. This is the pinnacle of mugs, the summit. This is what mug heaven looks like. I just love it. And it says it again on the other side too. So this is a shout out to Initech. That movie's outrageous. So really quickly, we're not going to do a super long ending. I just wanted to pop in here and tell you how much I absolutely am delighted and so grateful and glad to have read something like this, The Adventures of Huck Finn by Samuel Clemens or Mark Twain. I can tell you that it takes, I guess it could take a couple of reads and, you know, listening and having an open ear to other people to really understand that this book is like an anti-slavery book. It's an anti-racist book. It is absolutely great literature, and I can see how it can be perverted by some folks. I know that there have been petitions and protests against this, not like protest as in like, you know, you're out there and you see people protesting, but like opposition and protest to actually ban this book in all different areas of academia or scholarship and whatnot. So I don't understand why anyone would want to do that. I can understand how the use of the N-word is a little bit, you know, it's a little bit jarring and can be quite brutal to hear and see so many times. I think it's like well over 200 times, maybe 219 times. I looked it up. I think it's about 219 times that this word appears in the book. But it's supposed to kind of show you that, hey, this is what was commonplace. This is how people spoke. And of course, over the years, this has been seen as an obscenity and derogatory and, you know, something that's like completely bad and just not okay to use, you know, today. But back then, this is what was commonplace. And even though we may not like the way that this is portrayed in the book, it kind of shows you like, hey, because these folks were so racist back then, that's what also contributed to this word being so like derided and just, you know, it's just being used in an awful and obscene way. So yeah, you're basically following Huck Finn, who's in his adolescence, preteen, I suppose, or 13, 14 years old, and a slave named Jim. They are basically traveling out of the antebellum South, trying to get to the freed states. You're seeing Huckleberry Finn's travel diaries, and it is absolutely incredible because you're in his head. He's like waging a war between his morality, his innocence, and what he knows is correct and incorrect, and the pitfalls of slavery and whatnot. So he is well aware at how awful slavery is. This is the meaning of this book, really. He kind of contemplates and struggles internally with whether or not he should report Jim, and, you know, whether or not they are truly friends, and just this kind of internal battle. So I just think this book is incredible. I wish that everybody could read it. I think you already know what kind of rating I'm going to give it. I'm going to do that during my February wrap up really soon, and I'll give you a few more details there. But it really is just an incredible book, and I highly recommend. That's Huckleberry Finn. It's basically like a travel log of this young boy and a slave who are going to freedom, and I'll leave it at that. And they meet a series of characters, and they encounter a lot of people and have different events and scenes throughout the book that just enrich the story completely. So I terribly enjoyed this. Yeah, I just want to thank you guys so much for coming along with me during this Gilmore Girls vlog. I am so happy to have read a Rory Gilmore book. Hopefully one day we could do a Jess Mariano reading list and pick something out of that, and, you know, that could be part of the series. But yeah, I really enjoyed myself. The chili was excellent. It was phenomenal. What really just threw it over the edge and made it so good was the onion, I think, when I was mixing it up with the meat and whatnot. So it was delicious, and you make it your own, of course. But I had so much fun reading this. New fave. Everybody needs to read this. I'll catch you in my very next video. Bye.